Meanwhile, we are getting new details about where the COVID-19 virus might have come from. A new report by the Wall Street Journal says the U.S. Energy Department thinks a lab leak is likely the origin. The report points to a Chinese laboratory, saying an accident there likely happened, but the report was given to both the White House and key officials and says this conclusion was made with low confidence. The intelligence community is still divided on COVID's origins, and really so are Americans at large. Joining us from Washington, D.C. to sort through what we know and what we don't know, reporter Doug Luzader for us this morning. Doug, good morning. Talk a little bit about the intelligence work that officials have about this new report that the White House is getting.
Yeah, well, this was, reported in the Wall Street Journal, and the Department of Energy brings some expertise in this regard because they oversee a number of labs here in the United States. So they're one of the agencies that has looked into this, and they are now leaning in the direction that this was, in fact, a lab leak. It's pretty significant because it wasn't that long ago that this was a very controversial theory that the virus leaked from a lab in Wuhan, China. Now the Department of Energy seems to be saying here that it's more likely than not, but a low degree of confidence. And the same is true, it seems, for those agencies that believe that the opposite may be true, that this may have been simply generated out in the wild. No one is sure of anything, and it may underscore the fact that we just may never know the full answer here. But it's significant that we have the Department of Energy joining the FBI now in believing that the likely answer is that this thing did leak from that Chinese lab.
Right, and it seems like, the reason that people want to find out more about this is so eventually we can do better in the future. But when we're talking about China's role in this situation, are they vowing to change anything or do anything differently?
Well, China has never accepted any culpability here. Nor have they been very forthcoming in terms of allowing investigators in to figure out exactly what happened, which, gets back to that point of never really perhaps knowing the full answer. But it is important to figure this out because at some point we're going to be dealing with another virus, and it's important to know where these things come from. The jury is not in fully on this, but more things seem to be kind of trending in the direction of the lab leak theory.
Doug Luzader reporting live for us from Washington, D.C. this morning. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you.
Thanks.